Hello and welcome to this week's What's Hot. And this week I'm paying particular attention to what's going on in Cape Town. It is the mining Indaba. Indaba is the African word for conference, an informal network. So mining Indaba, it is short for the Investing in Mining Africa Indaba. It's a long established event, but why should we over here really care about an event that's going on 6,000 miles away? Well, because what is being discussed has got global ramifications, the critical minerals, the electric vehicle economy. And I'm looking at the UK companies that are attending, those that we can invest in, and those that have associations with entities that could provide us with some tasty trading opportunities. Now, the list of attendees runs into thousands. However, thankfully, there aren't thousands of speakers, but I'm looking at the list and this is interesting for me. Atlantic Lithium's newish chief executive, Keith Muller, is talking, and if he's as succinct as his chairman, Neil Herbert, was at a recent event that I've hosted, then he'll do very well. Now, Atlantic Lithium, it is a funded African-focused lithium exploration and development company. It's targeting to deliver Ghana's first lithium mine. Now, it has one of the most joyful and succinct corporate presentations that I've ever had the pleasure of hosting. However, the share chart doesn't reflect my confidence just as yet. Well, Cobalt Minerals President Josh Goldman is banging the drum for investing in critical minerals explorers, and he too is a keynote speaker at Indaba.
The lack of investment in mineral exploration is a global problem. There hasn't been enough investment to generate the pipeline of high-quality projects that's going to supply the raw materials that we need for a global fleet of electric vehicles and the transition to renewable energy. What we need to see is much higher investment in exploration around the world, and the reason that we haven't seen it is because exploration success rates are too low. More than 99 projects will fail to become economic mineral resources. If we can get the exploration success rate up, the capital will flow.
So, Cobalt Minerals has discovered a huge copper deposit, and it's also got huge backers. Bill Gates's venture firm Breakthrough Energy Ventures has backed Cobalt, which is known as the AI mining unicorn. So that is a tick of confidence for Cobalt, but perhaps we should care even more about Cobalt because it is a possible partner for AIM-listed junior Blue Jay Mining. Blue Jay Mining is developing Disco, which is the magmatic, massive sulfide, nickel, copper, platinum, cobalt project in Greenland. Now, that deposit has been compared to the Norilsk project in Siberia, described as the largest nickel, cobalt, and palladium mine in the world. Newmont also has representatives at the Indaba. Now, Newmont is a neighbour of main board UK listed Panther Metals. Now, Panther Metals doesn't feel too bad as being in the same neighbourhood as the bigger players who have slightly larger pockets and will be keeping a closer eye on what the juniors are discovering to add intelligence to their own Newmont's data set. Also speaking, Simon Rolison, who's the chief executive of UK-listed Aterian. Now, 1 year on from its listing on the stock exchange, mining giant Rio Tinto partnered with Aterian on a project in Rwanda. And whilst the partnership with Rio Tinto has given Aterian lots of column inches, Aterian was in Rwanda first, before the country became known as the next new African lithium province. So there's cash in Aterian's kitty, courtesy of Rio and the larger enterprises doing the bulk of the graft in Rwanda, so Aterian can concentrate on its portfolio in Morocco. Okay, so back to the presenter list. And I suppose when you're at a global event, it's very important about how you present yourself to the outside world. So this one, pretty deadly. Not sure what's going on there with that pencil. And this one, very Lawrence of Arabia. But Mr. Friedland is an international financier of renown and been inducted into the Mining Hall of Fame. And with those credentials, I think you can wear precisely what you like. Now, if you can't make it to Cape Town, don't worry, because in London on Saturday, March the 9th, there is the Master Investor Show. I'll see you there. And if I don't see you there, I'll see you here on lse.co.uk. Take care.